Mexico finds itself at a critical juncture in its history, a moment that could define its future for generations to come. The global economic landscape is shifting rapidly, with new opportunities and challenges emerging on the horizon. The old order is crumbling, and new power centers are emerging, reshaping the dynamics of international relations. For Mexico, a nation deeply intertwined with the United States, the path ahead is fraught with uncertainty and potential. Should it remain tethered to a declining West, or embrace the promise of a new era with BRICS+? This decision is not just about economics, but about identity and sovereignty. The choice is a complex one, with profound implications for Mexico's economic future and its place on the world stage. Experts and policymakers are weighing the benefits and risks. Mexico's decision will be shaped by a multitude of factors, both internal and external, including political stability, economic resilience, and social progress. Domestically, the country grapples with economic challenges, seeking to uplift its people and secure a prosperous future. Innovation and technology are seen as key drivers of growth. On the global stage, the allure of new alliances and the potential for greater autonomy beckon, offering Mexico a chance to redefine its role in the world. The stakes are high, and the world is watching as Mexico contemplates its next move. The decisions made today will echo through the corridors of history. Mexico's economy is inextricably linked to that of the United States. The United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, the successor to NAFTA, binds the two nations in a complex web of trade. While this agreement has brought benefits, it has also made Mexico vulnerable to the vagaries of U.S. economic policy. Recent years have seen the U.S. adopt a more protectionist stance, wielding tariffs as a weapon. This has sent shockwaves through the Mexican economy, highlighting the fragility of its dependence on its northern neighbor. The USMCA, once seen as a symbol of North American integration, now appears to some as a gilded cage, limiting Mexico's economic sovereignty. The global balance of power is in flux, shifting in ways that were once unimaginable. The West, long the dominant economic force, is grappling with a myriad of challenges. From political instability to social unrest, the cracks in the Western facade are becoming more apparent. Economic stagnation, rising debt, and diminished purchasing power have become the new normal in the United States and Europe. Factories lie empty, stores are boarded up, and families struggle to make ends meet. The once unassailable pillars of Western economic might, the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank, are increasingly seen as out of touch with the needs of developing nations. Protests outside these institutions are becoming more frequent, signaling a growing discontent. This decline in Western economic power has created a void on the global stage, a void that BRICS+ nations are eager to fill. Countries like China, India, and Brazil are stepping up, offering an alternative to the Western-dominated economic order. For Mexico, this presents both an opportunity and a risk. The country stands at a crossroads, weighing the benefits of aligning with emerging powers against the potential pitfalls. The opportunity lies in aligning with a rising economic bloc, breaking free from the shackles of Western dominance. This could lead to unprecedented growth and development for Mexico. The risk lies in the uncertainty of this new world order, a world where the rules are still being written. Navigating this uncharted territory will require careful strategy and foresight. The acronym BRICS originally referred to Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. However, the bloc has expanded its reach, welcoming new members such as Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Iran. This expansion, now known as BRICS+, signifies a shift in the global balance of power. BRICS+ nations are united by their pursuit of a multipolar world order, one where economic power is more evenly distributed. They are challenging the dominance of the US dollar, promoting alternative financial systems, and fostering greater cooperation amongst themselves. This emerging bloc represents a formidable economic force, accounting for a significant portion of global GDP and trade. Joining BRICS Plus could unlock a world of opportunities for Mexico. Diversifying trade partnerships would reduce its reliance on the United States, shielding it from the volatility of U.S. economic policy. Investment from BRICS Plus nations, particularly in infrastructure and energy, could fuel economic growth and development. Membership in BRICS Plus would also give Mexico a seat at the table in shaping the global economic order. It could collaborate with other developing nations to advocate for its interests and have a greater say in international institutions. Furthermore, aligning with BRICS Plus could open doors to new markets for Mexican goods and services, expanding its economic horizons. Section 6. Navigating the geopolitical minefield. However, the decision to join BRICS Plus is not without its risks. Aligning too closely with China and Russia, two powerful members of the bloc, could provoke a backlash from the United States. This could manifest in various ways, from economic sanctions to diplomatic pressure. The security implications are also significant. Mexico's long-standing relationship with the United States in security matters could be strained. There is also the risk of becoming entangled in geopolitical rivalries between BRICS Plus and the West, potentially compromising Mexico's own foreign policy objectives. Section 7. The sovereignty question. A key consideration for Mexico is the potential impact on its sovereignty. While BRICS Plus champions a multipolar world, there are concerns about the influence of China and Russia within the bloc. Some fear that joining BRICS Plus could lead to a different form of dependence, this time on Beijing or Moscow. Mexico must carefully weigh the potential benefits of BRICS Plus membership against the risk of compromising its hard-won autonomy. It needs to ensure that any partnership serves its national interests and does not inadvertently erode its sovereignty on the global stage. And Section 8. Weighing the scales, prosperity or peril. The choice facing Mexico is a complex one, with no easy answers. On the one hand, remaining tethered to the declining West offers a degree of familiarity and stability. However, it also means accepting a future of limited economic prospects and continued dependence on the United States. On the other hand, embracing BRICS Plus holds the promise of economic opportunities, greater global influence, and a break from the shackles of the past. However, it also carries significant risks, from potential U.S. retaliation to concerns about sovereignty. Section 9. Charting Mexico's future. Ultimately, the decision of whether to join BRICS Plus rests with the Mexican people. This decision is not just a political one, but a deeply personal and national choice that will affect every citizen. It requires careful consideration of the potential benefits and risks, weighing the economic opportunities against the possible geopolitical consequences. A sober assessment of the global landscape is essential, understanding how Mexico's alignment could shift the balance of power, and a clear vision for Mexico's future. This vision must be inclusive, forward-thinking, and resilient to global changes. There is no one-size-fits-all answer, and the complexities of international relations mean that every option has its own set of challenges and opportunities. The best path forward may lie in charting a middle course, one that allows Mexico to maintain its sovereignty while engaging with both the West and BRICS Plus. Carefully balancing its relationships with both the West and BRICS Plus could provide Mexico with unique advantages, leveraging its strategic position. Mexico stands at a crossroads. The decisions made now will determine the nation's trajectory for decades. The choices it makes today will shape its destiny for generations to come. These choices will influence not just economic prosperity, but also social and cultural development. The world is watching as Mexico decides whether to embrace the future or cling to the past. The stakes are high, and the global community is keenly observing. But so too is the potential reward of a more prosperous and independent future. A future where Mexico can stand tall on the global stage, confident in its choices and direction.